While high-end smartphones such as the Galaxy S10 are increasingly coming in regions beyond €1,000, many users simply want to spend less money, and even the middle class today offers many features that are otherwise only found on flagship phones. This is also the case with the Samsung Galaxy A50. Hi, I'm Lars from All About Samsung, and today we're gonna have an unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy A50 and have a look on the accessories and a first setup. Revealed at the MWC 2019 in Barcelona, the Galaxy A50 is now heading to the markets. The packaging looks quite different from the Galaxy S10. Instead of a simple logo, the smartphone itself, the A50, is shown on the packaging on the front. Apart from that, the package is not very exciting, except of course on the back. Here is an overview of the specifications. Here I have the Samsung Galaxy A50 with 128GB of internal memory. You can see it right next to the name. There is also a 6.4-inch AMOLED display with a full HD Plus resolution, whereas, if you're exact, this only counts for full rectangle. If you pay attention to the rounded corners, you're at 6.2 inches. On the back you can already see that the A50 has a triple camera. 25 megapixels as a main camera, 5 megapixels and 8 megapixels. In addition, there is a 25 megapixel front camera. Oh, and a symbol on the back reveals that the A50 has an on-screen fingerprint sensor. Enough for packaging, now about its unboxing. If you open the box, you can see that Samsung keeps its words. A few weeks ago, they announced to produce less plastic waste through packaging. The packaging contains the Galaxy A50 itself. More about that in a minute. First, to the other scope of delivery, the accessories. Here you can find the usual paperwork that nobody reads, and the charger. The charger is matte black, so Samsung saves a protection cover. The charger offers the usual 9V at 1.67 amp or 5V at 2 amp. In addition, there is a black USB Type-C cable, and what is striking is the headset. This is black, in this case, a real headset with a microphone, and definitely another one than in the case of the Galaxy S10. It looks less high quality. I haven't been able to say anything about the sound yet. Maybe I'll take a close look for the review. Among all the accessories, there's a small tool to open the slot for the SIM and the microSD card, and that's it. Now to the Galaxy A50. After finally removing the plastic from the device, the A50 shows itself in full glory. On the front there is a 6.4-inch display. This is called Infinity U for a simple reason. The notch is tiny and reminds of a, well, U. On the underside there is a USB Type-C connector, a 3.5mm jack connector, and of course the speaker. If you turn the A50 you can see the backside. Sure, here sits the triple camera, but the first thing I noticed was a really cool rainbow effect, despite the otherwise boring black found on other smartphones. The back is not made of glass, but plastic, which Samsung calls Glasstic. In fact, at first I wouldn't have noticed that it's not glass, so well done. Under the three cameras there's a small photo LED, and that's it on the back. About the thin frame, due to the rounded backside, on the right side there is the volume rocker and the power button, and that's it. There's nothing at the top or on the left side of the device, so even no Bixby button. If you switch on the device for the first time, you will see the usual lettering Samsung Galaxy A50, secured by Knox and powered by Android at the bottom. Google would like to remind that it's not Samsung, but Google that provides the operating system. The first start goes relatively fast, also thanks to the Exynos 9610 under the hood. First choose the language, then you can agree to the end user license agreement. Just read it here and see what you really have to click and what is not necessary. And if you want to transfer the data from an old device to the A50, you can decide if you want to do this wirelessly or by cable if the old device is not a Samsung device. But I click on skip now, you can do that later. When you've made your way through all the contracts and the rest of the setup, you're asked if you want to set up a lock screen. Here it becomes then exciting. The special thing about the A50 is that you can not only choose between a pattern, a PIN or a password, but you can also use a fingerprint sensor under the display. The whole thing is quite similar to the Galaxy S10, but the A50's fingerprint sensor is not an ultrasonic sensor, but an optical sensor that acts like kind of a camera through the display. and takes kind of pictures of your fingerprint. The whole thing works quite well for me, sometimes not so well, but most of the time it's quite okay. More about that in a minute. Once the lock screen is set up, you can additionally add your Samsung account, and that's it. The A50 is set up. The A50 now runs like the S10 with Android 9.0 Pie and relies on the One UI in version 1.1 as the user interface. Minimalistic, all fluid, all good. In the camera app, you can switch between the main camera with 25 megapixels and the ultra wide angle with 8 megapixels. There is no optical zoom, unfortunately. Different modes, like the light focus, which will blur out the background, can be changed manually, or the slow motion are also on board. If you switch to the front camera, which also offers 25 megapixels, you can select some modes again. When you switch between the main camera and the front camera, by the way, you can see the small animation on top of the notch, as you can see on S10 models. Back in the main menu, an app immediately reappears. Bixby. Yes, Bixby is also present on the A50, but can't be opened at the moment because I haven't set up Wi-Fi yet. As I already mentioned, the fingerprint sensor on the A50 is also located under the display. But the big difference is that it's an optical sensor that needs light to take a picture of the fingerprint. You may have just seen it. As soon as I put the finger on the display, it lights green at this point. With the help of this bright green light, it's then possible to recognize the fingerprint through the display. I'm someone who likes the color of the display flashy, and the settings on the display, screen mode, different changes can be made to the display. Those who would like to have the colors a little less intense can choose between different settings or make changes to the white balance directly under the option Advanced Settings. So, that was our unboxing of the Galaxy A50, a solid and nice middle-class smartphone. The accessory in the package is okay, the headset kind of cheap, but the device quite nice. If you have any questions, head to the comment section and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm Lars from All About Samsung. Bye.